Hello, everybody, and welcome into Kinstyle Live with the Zoom homies on a Wednesday, August 2025. I'm your host. They are the homies. They be Bill, Greg, Rich, Jeff, Darren, and Chris with Max. Hello, boys.
Hello.
We have audio confirmation.
Matt said he's sleeping. Don't bother him.
I think Greg is actually eating dinner, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a gander at chat real quick. Tony Wallow was first. One Fish was second. And Rick Lakes was third. Good to see Rick this afternoon. BH Ringer open mic. Can't wait to hear Jeff cover an Ozzy Osbourne tune.
That's going to be a long damn wait.
Greg says he was fifth, working on the Shield old TV show. Oh, watching the Shield. Okay. Police drama, if I remember right. Good to see everybody. I know the title says open mic. Basically, that what that means is if anybody's got anything to say, the mic is yours.
And dead crickets.
Do I have the cricket soundbite somewhere? Let's see. I believe it is.
I am lucky to be awake and here. I got up at 4:15 this morning and listened to a 2-hour seminar starting at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you mentioned that on Rick's.
It was live from London at noon. There's a 7-hour time difference.
Right.
And then I sat down for a minute, and this afternoon I went out in the middle of the afternoon and did yard work in the front yard when it was about 108. Fortunately, there's shade under my big tree in front. I was mowing the grass around the tree. So
it only felt like 103 then, right?
Yeah, something like that. And I worked a while and then went in and got a drink of juice, of cranberry juice, and went out, finished it up. And then when I was done, except for putting everything away, I went in and sat down for just a minute on the couch and got up about 45 minutes later after a quick nap, which I needed in my old age.
Been an interesting day here. Set the laptop up with Zoom, so that's done. And I figured out why it wanted me to have to click on three things to do it. Now it's just a one-click deal. And I grilled. I had a good dinner, grilled pork. It was really good. And tried to work with Ghetto a little bit. Only after I'm listening to Ghetto and I keep hearing CCR music. It's going out over his live stream. Hopefully we caught it in time and he deleted it and he will be okay without getting his second copyright strike of the year.
Has he aged out of the first one?
He's not sure. It's done, so I would have to go look up the copy strike rules again. It's been so long since I looked at them. I know you can only get one in a 90-day period. If you get a second one in that 90-day period, you have another 90-day period in addition to the first 90-day period. No, it doesn't oversee it. You got 180 days in, basically, because the one will expire at 90, then the other one will continue till its 90 days is up. And if you get three, his was from playing the Carpenters. He played the Carpenters.
Really?
He was doing a live stream. I want to say building something or just, I don't really remember, but the Carpenters were playing in the background. And I think Bill told him and I told him and a couple other people told him he needed to make that go away. He never did. So tonight he's playing his countdown and you can hear CCR playing in the background. Now, come to find out what it was he was playing music from his Windows Media Player that he has on his system, and the music was going out because anyone but Bill and Rich know why, or would like to speculate as to why.
Was it playing loud enough? His mic was picking it up or something?
You're on the right track.
But
Yes, his
I don't
mic.
know what his arrangement is. Is he using a capture device?
No. Um, he got all upset because he was like, "Oh, my mic's muted." Well, your mic is not muted because we hear it. Bill could hear it. I could hear it. We could hear it. It wasn't, you know, either one of us imagining things because I didn't even tell Bill what it was, and Bill said, "Oh, that's CCR," and I mean that means he's hearing it. He had gone into OBS, problem number one, and he had turned on his camera, which has a microphone on it. So guess what was going out over the air? Even though it wasn't showing the picture, it was picking
Yeah.
up the audio.
Hmm.
He had also set two audio source input sources for some unknown
Yeah, well,
reason. I got rid of all
one of
that.
these days he'll get another strike and then we'll never hear the end of it. He'll blame anything but his own actions.
Yep, I'm quite sure. And we were going to show him how to do something in Paint. And lo and behold, Windows 11, which has Paint on it, by the way. Bill has it, I have it. I checked it on my other machine. It paints on Windows 11, and it'll do what he wants to do. But wait, Ghetto doesn't have Paint on his system because somehow it got removed and deleted or never installed. Ghetto's words, not
Hmm.
mine. So Bill went and
Is
found
it
it.
the Paint 3D or the regular?
No, it's just your regular. If you go to your computer right now and go to the Microsoft icon and type the word Paint for search,
Yeah.
you've got it. It's a Microsoft function, and it will do
Right.
what he wants to do.
Didn't one of the versions, a newer version, take something like that away for Windows 11?
I just put Windows 11 on my streamer machine 2 months ago, and it had Paint. I didn't add it.
Yeah.
It's actually built into Windows 11.
On my Windows 10, when I installed it on this machine, I've got Paint and Paint 3D both.
I've never
I
heard
think
of Paint
they
3D. What's Paint
were
3D?
going to replace Paint with that at one point, and people didn't like it, so I think it's now deprecated or whatever you call it.
So, with the name of Paint 3D, does it do what the name implies that it paints in 3 dimensions?
Sort of, I think. I never.
Okay.
I still use the regular Paint when I need to do something. God, I remember. God, when I was working out here, which is 20 years ago now, and we would, say we'd be doing an engineering calculation or some type. Maybe we'd have a little drawing of the thing we were working on,
Right.
and maybe that was out of another document or something. So we would scan that into a graphics file of some type. And as luck would have, a lot of those were like copies of copies of copies, or if you know what I mean.
Right.
And so they would end up with a lot of extraneous lines in them. And to clean them up, guess what? The only thing we had to work with was Paint. And we would actually go in and edit those damn drawings pixel by pixel to get rid of the extraneous lines. Talk about a pain in the neck.
I'm aware of Paint, and I've actually used Paint a couple times, but not to the extent of what we were trying to show Ghetto tonight. And I mean,
I
I
use
can.
it to crop things
Right,
sometimes, that sort of
right,
stuff.
right. Basically, that's it. There was a function in there where you can start your canvas and then you can put text on top of it. But what I didn't like, and
Right.
it's probably just lack of knowledge, is once that text is in there, I couldn't figure out how to delete the text. You
You
can
can
stretch it.
select it and then do it.
Well, we tried that and that didn't work. Well, actually, it did work.
There's a way to select it. I don't have to play with it to tell you how.
Yeah, we selected it, and then when we
Because it's
deleted
in
it,
layers, actually.
right, right, yeah. Thank goodness I don't have to use it because it was it was interesting. I mean, if I had to learn it, I would, but I've done enough with all the ones I've tried, and I'm happy with
Well,
DaVinci.
you've got better tools than that at your
Yeah,
beck and call.
yeah. Um, and somehow Ghetto got it in his head that he's going to have to pay for something, and he doesn't want to do that because he's only going to use it once. And both Bill and I are trying to tell him is there are things available that you don't have to pay for. Um, but translated, what it means is I'm lazy, I'm ghetto, I'm not going to do it. I need somebody to do it for me.
Yeah,
And
paint
believe it or
was
not,
just
I'm trying
part
to
of
be
Windows still. They were going to get rid of Paint and use Paint 3D, and I think they had so much pushback they decided to keep the original Paint and tweak it a little bit.
Let me see if I've got Paint
There-
3D here.
Oh, so they were gonna get rid of it. They didn't get rid of it.
That's what I have heard. That's why they came out with Paint 3D. I've got both of them on my Windows 10 machine. I do not know what's on my 11 machine.
I just checked
I'm
my
ki-
11 machine. I don't have Paint 3D, but you can get Paint 3D apparently, but I don't want to get it. I don't want to mess with it. I'm very fortunate to have
Yeah, as soon as we're
DaVinci.
kind of halfway done here tonight, I'm going to try to put that graphics card in my Windows 11 machine. I got it out yesterday and blew all the dust out of it while holding the fan still so I don't kill it.
Right.
And I downloaded the drivers onto an area on that machine.
But it's so cool to hear the fans go.
So I'm going to pop it in. One thing I'm not sure about, it has a brace with it so that it won't sag on your motherboard,
Okay.
which I thought was sort of nice. I tried to install the driver software and it won't do it unless the card's actually there. Some things, printers, you used to have to install the software at least partially before hooking up the printer. But NVIDIA doesn't like that apparently, so I'm going to try and get that going tonight. Then I'll be pretty much done with the Windows side of it, except maybe to try to run what's called Expo. It's the AMD equivalent of XMP. See if that'll work with my memory or not. And if the card works, then I'm going to take it back out and redo the thermal paste and the pads on everything since this card was used for crypto. Just make sure all that's all right and put it back in.
I'll come back and look at that later. Let's checking something on what I don't see John tonight. I wanted to check see if I had an email from him. I do not. Yeah, Rick, I can only imagine listening to you today. A bit source, probably a bit of an understatement. No pun on the bit of. So I'm going to go ahead and
He had
wrap
to
this
go
up.
to the, he had to do his pre-op stuff today, right?
I'm not sure.
I thought he said something about that. They usually
No.
have you do that just a few days ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately.
somebody just rang my doorbell. I gotta go see
All
what's
right, well, I'm going to play the girls anyway. Oh, no, Rick says his pre-op stuff is coming up. So I'm going to hit the dancing girls.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honey bees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Oh, oh. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm
That's all, folks.
Well, in case you didn't notice, there were no names on the scroll, and I'd like to say that's because I changed the color of the ink to black, and black on black, you're never going to see it. That's not the case. Error operator. I forgot to start the program that runs the text. So the text can't, if the text ain't, uh, text will work tomorrow, I promise. I mean, I could probably make it work now, and then everybody's got to go in there and say something. Yep, Wintermute just figured it out. That's not going to work either. I was pretty flustered when I started tonight's live stream. I'm actually surprised it went as well as it did. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for trying to use a streamer, speaker bot, whatever, streamer bot, I believe it is, not speaker, because those don't work at all. I want to thank the Zoom homies again for being here. Thank you so much. And if you want to join us on the Zoom panel, taste out z00m@gmail.com. It is running because I have an email from my attorney that I got to go read. See you on Zoom. Thanks, guys.